Welcome back, guys, to more The Witcher 3. The last time we left off, didn't especially go well. I think I failed like twice on this Griffin. 3 times if you count the time when I was just like over encumbered right when the fight began. I'm not gonna count that one, so let me just say I failed it twice, and we'll just start off right here. Can we just like take a moment here to appreciate how good this music is? That is so good, and I am noticing that the sound effects and the music in my game is still a little too high during combat, so I'm gonna have to bring it down even lower. So maybe effects down to, I don't know, 30. I don't want to bring it too low. And music, let me just see here. Yeah, this is helping. Let's put this at 40 and this at 35. Hopefully you guys can still hear some of it when I'm not commentating. Shouldn't be a problem, right? Okay, let's see if we can take on this Griffin here. I do have a plan of attack going in, but I have no idea if it will work, so maybe it will still take me a couple of tries, but here we go. So first things first, I gotta turn on my HUD here, and there we go, select my crossbow, and
it's about to dive!
Just as last time.
Time to end this.
Oh man, you totally faked me out here. Art is the way to bring it out of the sky. And I totally failed on the opportunity to attack. Excellent. Okay, let's see if I can parry. That attack was so sudden. Okay, I don't think these attacks are... I didn't even do any damage. They're probably parryable, but the window is so... like the window where you can actually parry the attack is so small. Right?
Stop.
If you do it too early, then he will go right through that block and stagger you. If you do it too late, then you actually don't even block at all. So that's like even worse. So this is like really troublesome. I'm gonna have to play it really passively and hope he doesn't do that lounging attack too much. Okay, so I'll get an attack off there. So the attack I don't want him to do is where he just kind of like pounces on me, but I have a plan for that, I hope. Okay, let's blast it out of the sky, hit it once, awesome. I don't care if Vesemir takes a hit, that's totally fine by me. In fact, I don't mind if Vesemir tanks for me. Just gonna shoot the Griffin a little bit from back here. And am I missing? What the heck? How was I missing? Come on. I'm close enough, right? There we go. Got a wing injury, although I don't know if that was actually me or if that was Vesemir. Okay. So as you may see, the crossbow is very slow to reload, which makes it, even though it's strong, it doesn't make it like the most efficient damage dealing weapon. But it is safe, which I'm thankful for. Okay, let's go in for an attack here.
Damn! It's fast!
Yeah, I think I put bleeding on it, which is really good. Okay, so I tried to block that one. It went right through that parry and did like a third of my health to me, which is not great. But every other attempt I've had to like actually dodge that attack has failed, so I guess that was the best option. Okay, so let's actually aim a little bit with this crossbow. Probably not now. That's not gonna hit anything. Okay, art it out of the sky, hit it, and dodge. Excellent. Okay. Gonna run away a bit, wait for that lounging attack, and okay, good. At least I got out of the range of that one. I'm just playing it really passively because, man, this thing is so hard. I don't know what to do.
What? Lost your nerve?
I have no idea how to deal with this thing in like a close quarters combat. Okay.
Don't let it get away!
Okay, so we're getting into stage 2 of this fight, where after the Griffin goes down to about half health, it will fly away, leaving a trail of blood behind, which is totally fine, because it gives me an opportunity to actually eat some food. I probably don't need to drink a swallow, because just just based on how much damage the Griffin does, I most likely would. Oh my god, that's a lot of hop umbros. Excuse me, Vesemir, as I pick all these up in the middle of the fight. Oh, that's fine. Okay, that's good enough. And I'm going to make a quick save here. And we will continue the fight. The mechanic won't change at this point. It's still going to be the same thing, just the area that we're fighting it in is a little different.
Bleeding! It'll weaken soon!
Alright, that's good. Okay, so same strategy as we were doing before. Art it out of the sky, do an attack, back off, and maybe do another attack here after he counters. And just hope that I don't get hit by that pouncing attack. Okay. Ooh, that was close. Ah, that was close too. Why don't we fire off an Igni here? Maybe set it on fire. Oh, dodge that one. That was good. Stop doing that. Yeah, take that. Bolt to the face. Okay, so I want to avoid that, like a head-on damage from that thing.
Time to end this.
Alright. Good. Maybe fire another Igni. Yes! Burning! Die! No! Oh, no, 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 no. No! That attack is so hard to dodge. Okay, this is attempt number 4. Alright, let's do this. We're almost there. Like, we have a checkpoint here, so you know it's all good. It's all good. Looks like I still have 100% on my oil, which is strange. I guess I was using my silver sword in that last.
It'll weaken soon.
In the first round of this fight. Okay, so switch over to my steel sword, and yes, hopefully get some damage off. Yes. Dodge. Shoot my crossbow. Okay. So Igni is actually quite effective. When he starts burning like that. Why always? Alright. Attack number 5. Normally I would edit some of these out, but I think this fight is amusing enough that I can keep this stuff in. Jesus. I am just getting wrecked all over the place.
Bleeding! It'll weaken soon!
Yeah. Alright, while you're doing that, I'm gonna get a hit off. Alright, good. Okay, so I think a better way to do this is just to fight it around this mill, so that I actually have somewhere to go to attempt to dodge that pouncing attack that the Griffin does. For the life of me, I cannot dodge or block that, like, for my life. You know, it's just so hard for me. Maybe it's just, yeah. Not gonna think too hard about it. Does it actually work? Yeah, I doubt it. Okay, so if I come around here, I'll have a way to kind of run him around this little shed or whatever this is. And maybe eventually he'll just give up. Or Vesemir will step in and get his attention. Perfect. Perfect. Igni. Okay. Alright, I don't mind that. As long as I'm not right in front of him for that attack, I shouldn't take much damage at all. Okay. Hey, I'm right here. Oh my god, I exited combat? Really? Oh my god. Griffin, please. Oh, yeah, good thing that's not on me. That was on Vesemir, which I'm totally okay with. There we go. Oh my god, Griffin, give me a chance. Where is it? Oh, okay.
Time to end this.
There we go. Maybe get an attack off. Maybe. Possibly. Jesus Christ. Okay, okay, okay. We're almost done. We're almost done. Just gotta play it safe. Okay. Okay, I'm pretty sure on this next one, I'll be able to kill it. There we go. Oh, it's not dead, but it is bleeding. Now it's gonna die from my crossbow. Right to the face. Whew. Probably could have, definitely could have been better. But hey, we succeeded.
Not bad. Not bad.
5 tries, all it took.
You could stand to improve some things.
Whoa, I could stand to improve a lot of things, Vesemir. I don't I don't know what you're talking about. Gotta live and learn, you know, or in my case, die 5 times and learn.
Man spends his whole life learning.
Not a witcher, unless he doesn't want to live long. But more on that later. Take the Griffin's head to the Black Ones. I'll ready our horses. Meet me at the inn.
Okay, I'm just really glad it's over. I cheesed the hell out of that fight. You know, like, I'm just not good enough to actually handle it in a close quarters fight, just dodging and parrying all its hits. I'm just gonna admit right now, I'm not good enough to do that. But I have seen people do it, and I am so impressed when, like, you can just fight a Griffin head on. Maybe it's just a lot tougher with, like, starter equipment, because right now, this is the Cairmorn armor with, like, I think I replaced the shoes, but that's it. There's nothing special about my weapons, nothing special about my equipment, so maybe, like, when I get more poise on my equipment, maybe if I get, like, better sign intensity, so I can actually, you know, damage it with Yrden, or maybe even Axii, who knows, it will become a lot easier of a fight, but for now, Yrden does nothing because I am always just like running around. Axii just straight up fails. Quinn, maybe he'll do something, but the objective of the fight is to not take any hits, so like I don't think Quinn will be that useful. Igni works out pretty well. Like once that Griffin gets burning, it's really good. We have a little like window of attack right there, and Ard obviously is really useful to bring it out of the sky. So, this monocle. This monocle almost looks normal on Geralt now. Yeah. Okay. I mean, anyway, we'll be fighting more Griffins in the future, so, see what happens when I get there. So, feathers, eggs, brains, tongue, stomach, claw. Man, it's like an entire field dressing out here. Griffin mutagen and a Griffin trophy. Now, all we're missing is, like, Griffin breast, Griffin wings, deep fried Griffin wings. Gotta be delicious, right? Okay, so we cut the Griffin's head off. Look at that. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, that looks nasty. And just gonna hang it off of Roach. So that's my second trophy now. I have a Wraith trophy and a Noonwraith trophy and a Griffin trophy. This one is 5% attack against hybrids and plus 40 maximum carry weight. So this is actually like really, really good. Brings my carry weight from 75 to 115. So that's gonna help. All right,
Let's
so
go.
Gonna get onto Roach here, and we are gonna close up the White Orchard chapter here because that was actually the finale of the area. Quite a fitting one. I probably didn't do it much justice. But I'm sure you guys are not here to actually watch my amazing combat abilities. Here to just enjoy the game. Same as me. Ah, I see an enemy there. I'm itching for like an actual drowner fight or something. Is that a drowner? What is that? What is that? That has to be a drowner, right? It's in the water. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna come out. No way. I don't even know where it is. Boom. Actually, I'm too curious. That is definitely a drowner. But let's see here. I think I'm gonna show off a bit of underwater combat. There's not much to go on. All it really is just casting art underwater, and it's super awkward. There it is. Did I die? Oh, I died. Cool. And plus, any enemy that dies underwater doesn't drop loot, so completely pointless. So there you go. Art underwater. I suppose it does give me a little bit of like experience in my Ard skill tree. But otherwise, doesn't accomplish much. Alright. So, oh yeah, first things first, we need to turn in the Griffin contract to Peter Gwynlevy, the Nilfgaardian captain. What is that? Oh, I need to fight some drowners right now. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. I just need to do this. Is that oh, it's not even drowners. Wolves. Damn it. There you go. Eat some flames.
What? Lost your nerve?
That's not what I wanted to do. Oh my god. I wanted to do that. Sucking hard. Alright. Crossbow, come on! Ah, damn it. I need to reload. Nah. Alright. Definitely did not have to take so much damage in that fight, but okay. Okay, so I'm wondering, do I have any water? I got some alcohol, sure. Drink some beers, since we're not in combat right now. Consuming alcoholic beverages, not a good idea if you're in combat, because see what's happening to my screen right now? I mean, Geralt is supposed to be like this almighty witcher, like immune to disease and very high tolerance to poisons. After one beer, the dude is like drunk.
Is it true? Northern women bathe once every 3 moons.
The vision gets blurry. I'm like, I'm all mottoed. That doesn't seem right. Not after one beer. Okay.
Barbarians.
Slowly making my way into the camp. Don't mind me. Alright, here we go.
What the hell is this?
Right.
You take me for a blind man or a fool? This grain is rotten.
I didn't know.
So, a fool. Damn it, you never learn. Military Codex, Article 2, Section 3. For the delivery of defective goods, 15 lashes with a knout. Make it so.
No, no, no! By the gods, no!
Hasn't anyone taught you to not kill the delivery boy? Delivery guy?
What?
To be fair, he's not actually killing him. Just giving him a couple of whiplashes.
Guess you've dropped your good uncle act.
It was no act. I extended a hand to these people. They spat on it.
Could it be because it held the sword that killed their loved ones?
Tja, a moralist. And what would you do in my stead?
Wouldn't ever be in your stead.
Tell me why you've come.
It's a good response from Geralt. That's right. Geralt would never ever be in this kind of situation. I just can't see Geralt leading an army. I can see him kind of fighting in it, like I don't know. I'm trying to draw up a Lord of the Rings reference, but I can't. But I can never see him kind of just blowing a commander's horn and leading an army into the battlefield. Can never see it. So I killed the Griffin.
Fulfilled my end of the bargain. Your turn. Where'd Yennefer go?
To Vizima.
She was a day's ride from here the whole time? Under my nose? Might have said so.
Yes, I might have. But you would not have killed the Griffin. Tit for tat. Halt! We are not done. It's yours, this gold. I would not want you to say you were inadequately compensated.
Definitely gonna take the coin. I'm not turning down money, so gimme. It's not like it's dirty money. I mean, we didn't agree. Look at that, 300 crowns. Oh my goodness.
No more.
That makes me happy.
Please, no more.
We didn't agree on it, but hey, money's money.
Mercy, please.
Okay, so while this guy receives 15 whiplashes with a knout, I can actually kind of like stand over here and take a look through this tiny gap. Can't really see much, but he's right on the other side of this door. This door becomes locked for the scene.
True.
Can't go in to take a look.
But once every 3 moons.
Please, no more.
Okay.
Mercy.
Lose some verbena here. And if any of you guys were keeping count, that was actually 15. Attention to detail, guys. It's important. Alright, so it looks like all the alchemy stuff grew back since I last harvested it. I'm just going to go ahead and grab all of these again. Blowball, verbenas, good stuff. Don't want to touch that chest, but I will sharpen my weapon. And I will talk to the quartermaster because I have a lot of junk to sell.
Are you here to spy or haggle?
Both, damn it, both.
Show me what you're peddling.
Always spying and haggling. Don't ask me again. Oh, this guy still has all the stuff that I sold him before. So let's go into my horse stash here. I'm just going to sell off all these weapons. Not ever going to use them, so even if they're worth 0, like that, this is worth 1. 8, that's pretty good. 1, 3. I'm not going to sell my loon artifact because I think that's actually kind of useful. But I will get rid of this warding Speakerroog Akaton. And yeah, I guess I'll get rid of the... I mean, these repair kits, like, I've already gone over this, but that tooltip is wrong. It's not 50%. For the medium one, it's like 15%, or at most like 20 or 30%. It's definitely not 50. And the light one is most definitely not 50. It's like 5% or 10% at most. So these aren't actually that good. I can only sell them for 2 and 1 crown, which is nothing. But they just weigh so much that I don't feel like keeping them inside Roach, you know? Weighs her down a lot. Okay, so for alchemy ingredients, I'll keep everything. Let's go in here and see if I can sell... Okay, that's fine. Trophy weighs 2, which is quite a lot. And this particular trophy is not like really good, but it's only worth 17. Yeah, that's kind of nah. And okay, so this is the Vesemir crossbow, or the bow Vesemir gave me, and I am using the crossbow that I got from a treasure chest. So gotta switch up that crossbow and maybe just sell the one I have equipped. So give me 1 second here.
So long.
Okay. Yeah, because on this one we get more attack and basically more of everything else except for poise damage, which we don't care about. Like, poise?
Are you here to
Poise for a crossbow? Not like we can parry with it. So yeah, there you go. You can have that old crusty crossbow. I'll keep my own. And we should be all set. My weight is really...
Like you to craft something for me.
Really bothering me. Let's see if I can craft some crossbow bolts here. So, 50 bodkin bolts. I have 44 left. Should I craft some? I guess I will. Just like 1 batch. I need 5. Oh, don't even have enough wood. Can I dismantle something for wood? Let's see. What about this flute? Ah, excellent. Flute. Wood. I actually just dismantle all of them. And actually this drum dismantles the wood as well. There we go. That's all the wood I need. With the other stuff, iron ingot and feathers, I can actually just buy them. As a matter of fact, I should have some feathers on Roach, but these only cost 1 crown each, so let's just go ahead and buy these. And we'll craft 50 bodkin boats. As you saw in that Griffin fight, crossbow and boats, very good. In fact, like, bodkin boats are actually the weakest boats in the game, and even then, they're performing very well. So, like, once we get better boats, especially broadhead boats, I love broadhead boats, and what's it called, explosive boats. Those are really, really good. Can't wait to get some of those and really just like exploit my crossbow prowess. I'm gonna meditate at this campfire a little bit to see if I can craft anything or if I can apply some skill points. Just give me 1 second here. Alchemy. Yeah, I think I'm good on potions. Let's see. Yeah, I'm definitely good on potions, but I'm just gonna apply some character skill points. Really, I'm none? Could have sworn I gained something in that fight. Ooh, 98% on battle trance. Almost there. Alright, in that case, I'm just going to do nothing, I guess. Yeah. Okay. I'm so hurt. Let's drink another beer, shall we? There we go, Rivian Creek. Oh yeah. Or maybe it's like an entire pint of beer. You know, a single beer probably won't get Geralt drunk, but an entire pint, who knows? He's still a Witcher. Which means his tolerance should be way higher than any normal person's. Okay. Ugh, come on. Actually, if I do this... Oh, okay, maybe that's not the best time to do that. Wow, that guy, arrogant. I was gonna say, if I just attack nothing, if I attack into nothing and then immediately do a dodge roll, I can kind of move a little faster. But apparently the Nilfgaardians don't like that. Okay, I actually noticed that my carrying capacity is at 91. What the heck am I holding? Ugh, Roach. Take some of this stuff. Boom, 60. That's still quite a lot. What am I holding? And Roach is at 343? Oh no. I'm gonna have to like stop looting stuff soon. I think it's like these wolf and bear pellets. That bear pellet's ridiculous. 21 each. Let's sort by weight here and see what's weighing me down the most. Oh damn! It doesn't sort the stash. No. Oh, maybe it does. No, it does. No, definitely doesn't sort the stash. Damn it! Damn it. Okay, well. Oh my god, these wolf hides definitely weigh me down. Yeah, so if I find that I get really overweight in the future, I'm just gonna get rid of these hides. They only dismantle to some leather, so not like awesome, not amazing. If in the future, where am I going? Limping the wrong way. If in the future I find that I'm out of inventory space, I will just get rid of those wolf hides and those bear hides. Alright. Oh yeah, I was going to demonstrate. So if I attack and then just dodge, I can move a little faster this way. Attack, dodge. I can dodge twice before it won't let me. Oh, 3 times. 3 times. Yeah. But it looks a little awkward. Okay, so let's head in here and we will talk to Papa Vesemir.
Yennefer's in Vizima. Got a few friends there, so... Something wrong?
Look around. Trouble brewing.
Man, that guy's good. That guy is good with a knife. Time to go, I guess.
Time we were on our way.
I'll buy some provisions for the journey. Then we'll go. Geralt, we should stay out of it. Just this once.
Whoops. Gotta make sure my microphone is properly recording here. Yeah, I think it's good.
What happened to the lilies?
Took him down.
Took them down to hang a golden sun there now.
I cannot show Temerian colours. They'll come and burn the tavern down.
Maybe it's true what they say. You fond of the Imperials? You Nilfgaard's whore?
I'll let that pass. I know grief eats at your heart.
You know shit. They hanged my sister, dragged her out the cloister like a dog. Said Nilfgaard's no place for superstition, that they don't fear the wrath of the gods. And you, do you fear it? If not for Annie, your child would have choked on its navel string. You owe your son to my sister attending to the birth, and you don't fear the gods' wrath. You don't fear it, you cunt!
Ouch.
Leave me be!
Did you see that? She was like kind of reaching for that knife on the desk, on the counter there. Pretty
Recognize
crazy.
this medallion? You know what it means. Back off.
You all right?
They say witches steal young'uns. That true? What the Emperor promise you, freaks? Your own land? Like he did the elves once?
Get out, all of you.
We ain't going nowhere. And neither are you.
This is a
They
mistake.
won't back down now.
I can see that.
Telling ya, this is a mistake. Ah, you fools. So we're in a really small and enclosed space, which makes Yerden absolutely perfect for this fight. And Igni, actually. Igni will just burn them all. Okay. Oh, kind of hard to see. Not much light going on. Let's Igni them again, and let's finish them off. Yeah, there you go. Easy peasy. Yep.
It's all right. It's over.
Leave me be! Get away!
Maybe they'll call me the Butcher of White Orchard after this.
See his face! God save us!
Be gone, and don't ever come back.
So much for not getting involved. Come on, let's go.
Uh-oh.
That brawl, we didn't start it.
Ah. Finally.
Excuses, excuses. You've not changed a bit.
Yen? How?
I received a report about a witcher who'd appeared in White Orchard. I knew it was you, looking for me. I might have waited until you found me, but... well, you know me. Patience has never been my strong suit. It's... good to see you, Geralt. I'd even embrace you. Were you not covered in blood?
Sorry. Wasn't expecting to see you. To be honest, this isn't at all how I imagined we'd meet.
How did you imagine it?
He didn't imagine you'd have a Nilfgaardian escort. Don't get me wrong, Yennefer. I'm glad to see you. But I do think you owe us an explanation.
And I shall provide it. In Vizima. Ready your horses.
I gotta say, Yennefer looks like the perfect candidate to have a Nilfgaardian escort. Her colors match theirs almost perfectly, so eh. And I don't know what she's talking about being with Geralt being covered in blood. It's not even a drop on me. All of it is on Vesemir. Yeah, I mean, like, what's the rush? Can't we just have a beer or something?
Spent the last 6 months in the saddle. Haven't seen you for 2 years. Can we take a moment to...
Sadly, we cannot. Someone awaits you, Geralt. Someone who doesn't like to be kept waiting. Emperor Emir var Emrys. Or, to those on more intimate terms with him, the white flame dancing on the graves of his foes.
Doubt I number among that group. Far as I remember, last time we saw each other, he wanted to kill me.
Well, now he wishes to make you an offer.
The kind one can't refuse?
I didn't, though I could have.
Yeah, so just a little bit of a history lesson, actually. Really quick. Emir var Emrys is the Emperor of Nilfgaard, and the white flame dancing on the foes, on the grave of his foes. Was that what it's called? Or of his enemies, something like that. That's his nickname, and he has this whole like Nilfgaardian title associated with that. So that's all it is. Yeah, I have no choice, so I'm gonna have to hear him out.
Fine. Guess I'm willing to hear him out.
The Emperor of Nilfgaard, Lord of Metina, Ebbing, and Gamera, Sovereign of Nazaire and Vicovaro will feel honored, I'm sure.
What about you?
I'm going in the opposite direction. I somehow doubt the Emperor's invitation mentioned me. Besides, I've got things to do at Kaer Morhen, remember?
Yeah, I remember. Thanks for your help, Vesemir. See you soon.
How's your horse? Swift?
Can't complain. Why do you ask?
I'd like to be back behind some thick city walls as soon as possible.
Okay, maybe the monocle is looking a little ridiculous. I think it's about time we took it off. What do you say? I suppose it's slightly less ridiculous than some of the other eyewear that you can get in this game. In particular, a certain pair of glasses from a certain professor. Even though I love wearing it, it's just so not lore friendly. Geralt would never put that on. I mean, he wouldn't put on a monocle either. But you know what I mean.
You know, I had a dream about you recently.
Knowing you, it was probably filthy.
Just the beginning. But then...
But then
this happened.
Ride now!
That is really good juxtaposition right there. Everything about this scene screams Lord of the Rings, the first movie, like one of the first scenes. Oh, except that part. I don't think Sam could cast magic.
Yennefer, how big? We shall talk of this tomorrow, all right? After the audience.
Yeah, but everything else. Okay.
This bard's tale begins near White Orchard, with my dear friend Geralt of Rivia seeking his lover of yore, the sorceress Yennefer. She'd eluded him for years, but now seemed just a few steps ahead. After many trials and tribulations, Geralt finally learned that Yen was in nearby Vizima.
Here we go. On to Vizima, capital of occupied Temeria. One day later. Getting a good scrub down.
It must suffice.
Thinkamir cares if I'm clean.
The gentleman will refer to His Imperial Majesty by his full title or not at all. The gentleman will be seated on the bergère.
The what now?
In that chair. Catwin, please shave the gentleman's sideburns to half an inch.
You know, I really can't stand Geralt without a beard. I think I've already mentioned this already at some point. But there's actually no choice here, so gotta just kind of roll with it.
Fine. Then what? Gonna do my nails too?
If time permits. Sadly, the day is short, while the list of hygienic and cosmetic treatments that the gentleman should undergo is really rather long.
Tilt your head back, please, and sit still.
And prepare to answer some questions.
General, I am not certain this is the appropriate time.
I can't think of a better time. Men turn honest when they feel a blade at their throat.
Not Geralt.
Morvran Voris, commander of the Alba Division. Before they take you in to see the Emperor, Witcher, there's some information I need you to verify. It's a formality, but one that must be seen to.
Sure. Paperwork's gotta be in order.
So, Geralt of Rivia. Place of birth unknown, parents unknown, age unknown. All insignificant details. Let us proceed to more recent events. The siege of La Valette Castle. The fate of the defending commander, one Arian.
Okay, first of all, I gotta point out, it was really funny when the dude that's who's cutting Geralt's beard, we're just kind of looking at him in front of his face, and Geralt just like looks back. He's like, "What are you doing?" That was funny. Anyway, so what's going on here is that if you remember at the very beginning of the game, before we even started like the very first cutscene, in the main menu, there was an option that's like simulate Witcher 2 save. And by turning that on, we get to simulate what happened in a Witcher 2 scenario. Kind of because in The Witcher 2, you get to make different choices, and the choices affect your outcome. And what we're doing right now is just kind of simulating those choices, right? Instead of actually importing a Witcher 2 save file, which I could have done, but I think it's a bit better, more immersive if we do it like this. So Morvran Vorhiz is going to ask us a couple of questions, and we just answer however we want, although there are like 2 or 3 of them that do impact future gameplay. So I will mention those. Actually, I think they all impact the gameplay just like ever so slightly, but only one of them, at most 2 of them, actually impact like quests. So everything else is just like the different dialogue you'll hear throughout the story based on what you choose. So for this one, the La Valette Castle, this dude, what is he called? Arian La Valette. So we had the option in The Witcher 2 to actually kill him or to escape with him, or rather let him escape. Personally, like, I let him escape because it's just a more fun route that way. So gonna go with that one.
We fought on opposing sides, true. Then we landed in the same dungeon. Arian escaped, set fire to the castle on his way out.
So that is how the Blade started. Our reports suggested the dragon was responsible. Moving on. You then found shelter in charming Flotsam, and from there made your way to Vergen. My question is how?
I'm a big fan of Yorvith, but we don't get to meet Yorvith in this game. At most, we get to see a couple of just like stray Scoia'tael, because for the most part, the Scoia'tael have been utterly obliterated. So like there may be a band here or there, and just like doing their shenanigans out in Velen, but they don't have nearly as much of a presence as they do in The Witcher 2, which means I'm gonna go with Vernon Roach, because this does change a conversation that we have with him later.
I got out of Flotsam with Vernon Roach, commander of the Blue Stripes, and...
A murderer of non-humans. We know this gentleman well, Witcher. You forge interesting alliances.
Something tells me my most interesting is yet to come. Go on, next question, before my beard grows back in.
We shall shave you again if it does. Very well. The infamous summit at Loch Muin. You were there. And once again meddled in the affairs of the mighty.
As far as I know, there are no gameplay or dialogue impacts for this choice. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not 100% sure, but certainly there's no major future impact based on the choice here. So we're going to go with saving Triss.
The mighty had imprisoned Triss Marigold. Ought to know I care about her, and I tend to rescue those I care about.
And so you did, handing Radovid control of the Conclave and Council of Mages in the process.
Nilfgaard recently started a war, unprovoked. So do us both a favor and stop moralizing.
The gentleman must sit still. I'm almost done.
I'm afraid I might find that difficult. Because, from what I know, shortly afterwards you watched a defective megascope blow your friend Sheila de Tanserville to bits.
No, Geralt, you're wrong. Nilfgaard didn't start a war unprovoked. If you remember that awesome book we picked up at the Griffin's Nest earlier, Emir of our Emrys calls it salvation. It's not a war. We are cleansing the land. This one does have a small impact on the game. By choosing that Sheila escaped, we actually get to meet her later. So, gotta do it.
I watched her get in the megascope, but ultimately freed her from the trap your man Letho of Gullet had set. Write that down. I want to be sure the paperwork's in order now.
Well, national interest calls on one to forge difficult alliances at times. Alliances with witches included.
And this is the single most important choice out of everything. And the absolute necessity here is to choose this one. The second one, that alliance is still alive.
That an ongoing alliance? What's Letho up to?
I had hoped you would answer that question.
So Letho's hiding from you. Must have a good reason. Was there a shift in national interest that might have caused that? I don't know where he is. Wouldn't tell you if I did anyway. Blade or no blade to my throat.
I believe that is all. Your signature, please, affirming you stated the whole truth and nothing but the truth on pain of imprisonment or death, etc., etc. Here and here.
With these formalities seen to, I would ask the General to leave the room. We shall be choosing the gentleman's attire. An important matter, but one that does not require the General's assistance.
Shame. I might have given you some advice. So long, Geralt. Good luck with your audience.
I'm pretty sure Merritt just told Warhis to GTFO. Merritt is this Chamberlain's name.
Feels more like I'm being readied for a wedding.
Were that so, I would have prepared the gentleman a frock, a tailcoat, or possibly a dinner jacket. In point of fact, the gentleman will choose from these garments.
Okay, but where are my clothes?
Where are my clothes?
Where they should have gone long ago, with the laundress. They will be returned to you after the audience, clean and starched. The gentleman will tell me once he has chosen an outfit.
Okay, fair enough. There we go. New quest. Imperial audience. Okay, Vedimin is just Polish for Witcher, I believe. So there are actually a couple of books to pick up here. Let's see, how are we doing on time? This episode is essentially over. The rest of it is just going to be me going through some of the books. If you're not interested, move on to the next one. If you are interested, we can sit here and read a couple of them. Otherwise, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Okay, so let's read some of these books, shall we? The Wild Hunt. Did we read this one already? Don't think we did, but there was another book called The Wild Hunt, wasn't there? Whatever. From farmers and herdsmen, milkmaids to midwives, all the common folk of the continent whisper, sharing tales of a wraithly procession pounding across the sky. The Wild Hunt, they call it. Winds and gales, storms and blizzards arrive when it is sighted, and all grows cold, though the sun shone bright moments before. Some remember only the cold from the shock of the encounter, and claim the riders come always in winter. But nay, this is not so. The hunt brings its own ice. Death and war gallop in its wake, or so the superstition goes. Yet evil enough is the hunt itself. It takes folk captive, youth most often, in the prime of their wilding years. With 10 to 20 summers behind them, the hunt rushes in and they disappear, only to return long years later with no memory of what passed in the time between. Exactly what happened to both Geralt and Yennefer, and that was basically like the premise behind The Witcher 2. Geralt was taken by the Wild Hunt, and he just completely lost his memory as to what happened in that time frame, and that's kind of why the actions that he performed in The Witcher 2 were kind of like questionable. Kovir and Povis. Kovir and Povis are without a doubt the richest realms in the north. Few today remember that this was not always the case, yet their poverty was once literally on everyone's lips in the form of now antiquated common sayings. As recently as in the days of Heribert the Quarrelsome, one spoke of a particularly impoverished person as being poorer than a mouse from Povis, called bone broth Koviri delight, and referred to beggars as Praxides, after the bay along the shores of which kingdoms lie. Similarly, few remember that a mere handful of generations ago, Kovir and Povis were still a part of Redania. King Radovid I, known as Radovid the Great, handed dominion over them to his hated brother Troidan, with one stipulation, that he never leave his newly acquired demisne, God, I don't know that word, and not interfere in matters of state. Handing over this rocky scrap of far northern ground, where the saying went the year had 2 seasons, August and winter, was naturally meant as a cruel joke, a slap in the face for the overambitious Troidan. Yet time soon proved that Radovid the Great had made a grave error. Before long, it was discovered that Kovir's bare rocks hid priceless treasure in the form of enormous deposits of precious metals and rock salt. This discovery in turn led to tremendous growth in productive industry. Mills, forges, and workshops sprouted up like mushrooms after a hearty rain. Radovid III decided to correct his father's famous forebear's mistake and take back the northern frontiers of his kingdom. He was convinced that the combined armies of Redania and its then ally Kedwen would quickly bring this ever more audacious vassal in line. History took a different turn, however, and Kovir won a resounding, crushing victory. Radovid III was forced to sign the first Treaty of Land Exeter, granting Kovir independence while binding it to eternal neutrality, a promise Troidan's successors have kept with great diligence. Until recently, Kovir was ruled by Esterad Tyson, or Tyson, I'm pretty sure it's Tyson, king as wise as he was greedy, yet his ultimate demise did not stop his lands from continuing to develop and blossom. Koviri metallurgists proudly compete with the best Mahakam can offer, and many believe in the University of Exeter long ago surpassed the famous Oxenford Academy as the leading seat of higher learning in the north. And so it has come to pass that over the course of a few generations, the inhabitants of Kovir and Povis have turned from paupers into princes and beggars into bankers. From beggars into, yeah. Pretty interesting. Kovir and Povis are like the far northern countries. I believe they are west from where we are now. They're basically like the most northern part of the entire continent that the Witcher stories are situated on.
Out of Nordling tales.
Okay, so Lands of the North, Velen. Oh, this is worth a read because we're actually going to head to Velen later. The land of Velen, located in western Temeria with its capital in Gors Velen, is one of the poorest provinces in the kingdom. Its territory encompasses the Isle of Thened, home to the famous Magic Academy, which along with Gors Velen constitutes the commercial and developmental mainspring of the entire province. Velen is a stop on the Novigrad trade route running through Sidaris, Vergen, Brugge, Sintra, and other such southerly realms. Veleners subside primarily on agriculture, crafting, and animal husbandry. The province is practically deprived of all natural resources. It contains a great deal of forests, wetlands, and cultivated woods, though the greatest part of it is covered in swamps and bogs. Okay, I think that's important, the swamps and bogs part. We'll get to it, obviously. Sorry, Mary Rid, you gotta wait a little while. Geralt is trying to become an academic, reading all the books in your library. So we got Pearls of the North and the Wonders of Zerrikania. Pearls of the North, Novigrad. Oh, this one's long. No one can claim to have traveled in the northern realms who has not been to Novigrad. If I were forced to list what during my many meanderings has made the greatest impression on me, it would be precisely this great and yet at the same time free city. Oh man, that was kind of hard to read for some reason. A metropolis worthy of the Empire. Its only flaw is that the civilization Nilfgaard carries within her has not yet enlightened it. This is why hordes of reactionary cultists of the Eternal Fire dwell in the midst of its excellent buildings and superb commercial infrastructure. One feels as though superstition is how the local hierarch and his temple guards cement their power over the city dwellers, and many they are to control, for the city counts no less than 30,000 inhabitants. While strolling through its fabulous port surrounded by marvels of architecture, it is hard to imagine that centuries ago Novigrad was a mere minor elven townstead. When the city fell into the hands of the Nordlings, its problems grew exponentially, for as is well known, the people of the North can do a great many things, but peaceful and orderly cohabitation is not one of them. And so Novigrad first belonged to Redania and then fell under Temerian rule, until finally, after endless compromises and bargains, it at last became a free city. But is the city truly free? I dare to doubt it. Redanian influence makes itself felt too strongly on every street corner, and the fact that the city is located within Radovid's territory speaks for itself. While wandering the city's streets, I came across 4 watermills, 8 banks, and nearly 19 pawn shops. There are also a great many houses of simple pleasures such as taverns and brothels, and Novigrad's commitment to matters of faith is borne witness to by the fact that the city contains no less than, I kid you not, 19 temples to the eternal fire. What more can be said? I think Novigrad has all the makings of the capital of the world, and perhaps that is what it will one day become. First, however, someone needs to bring order to within her walls. Something tells me this was written by a Nilfgaardian. Okay, so next one, the wonders of Zerrikania. During my many travels, I have seen countless extraordinary places. The primeval wilds of Brokilon, with trees so high in their tips so high their tips disappear in the clouds. Dwarven chambers carved into the guts of Mahakam mountains, with walls plated in pure gold, an ice palace of Pont Vanis adorned with stained frost windows. Yet none of these made such an impression on me as did the rightly famed Zerrikania. Yet while I was traversing the fiery mountains, I feared disappointment awaited me on the other side. I had heard many a fantastic tale about Zerrikania, about its trackless sands burnt white by the sun, its golden-scaled dragons, Belentrut Mirth, weaving their nests amidst the dunes, its hunchbacked horses, able to survive weeks without even a swallow of water, camels, yet none seemed to me at all plausible. I was sure all these sensations were but the figments of some bard's overactive imagination. I know this will be hard for you to believe, dear reader, as it once was for me, but all the unbelievable tales are true. Not only that, during my many months of travel, I came across wonders far surpassing those any prior travelogues mentioned. I saw temples dedicated to the worship of dragons. I heard their voice, almost human, but reverberating with 1,000 echoes. I met warrior maids clad in leopard skins. What were they called? Ah, man. Damn it, I don't remember. The 2 warrior girls on the side of 3 jackdaws. Very simple names, whatever. Tattooed from head to foot and giving no ground to witchers in mastery of the blade. I saw mages who channeled power from fire. I saw seemingly harmless flies whose solitary bite would make a man fall into a deep slumber, never to awake save to die. In short, Zerrikania is a land where the fantastic is normal and the impossible occurs daily. Cool.
A shame
I really hope that in the future we get to explore Zerrikania. It just sounds amazing. Anything else in this room? Yes, actually. Before we pick those up, I am going to... There's probably some more books in here. Yes, the portrayal of the outer races. Let's go ahead and do this one. What is a non-human? The answer is simple. As the very name suggests, it is something which resembles and yet nevertheless is not a human. Though it walks on 2 legs, speaks a tongue similar to our own, and dresses in similar attire, it all the same has more in common with base beast than noble man. Dwarves are like moles. They feel best under ground and avoid direct sunlight. They like to live in filth, forever smudging themselves in mud and slime. They love everything that can be found within the earth, rocks, metal, minerals of all shapes and color. It is also said that, like their kindred moles, they feed most readily on worms, roaches, and other night crawlers. Okay. Halflings, for their part, are more reminiscent of gophers, fat, lazy, and loud in the typical rodent way. Their minds are filled only with thoughts of food and drink, which they steal from other nobler beasts, and greedily squirrel away in their hovels. They are marked by a cruel craftiness. You could be dying of hunger, and they could not share a meal with you. You could be howling from poverty, and they would be swimming in gold, and yet they would still fleece you to the last crown. You could do nothing but good to them. and they would still stab a knife in your back. Ooh, excuse me. Elves in turn seem related to the birds of prey which dwell in far-off Zerrikania. They care most for colored feathers. They would most readily spend all day staring at their reflections in the water and singing their own praises. They are so awash in self-love that they no longer feel any desire towards members of the opposite sex of their own species. Their appearance, unquestionably pleasant to the eye, is highly misleading, for they are extraordinarily cruel, and any who judge them by looks alone they first dupe and then kill in cold blood. The best proof of this is the so-called Scoia'tael, bandits that claim to fight for freedom but in truth only long to kill humans. All these vile so-called elder races are, to our great fortune, slowly dying out. Joy fills the heart of every right-thinking man at the thought that his great-grandchildren will never know them, that in their day dwarves, halflings, and elves will be mere fairy tale characters used to scare young, impressionable children. Definitely not written by a non-human, I can tell you that. Well, first of all, non-humans don't call themselves non-humans, okay? They try to fit in. They're kind of like, it's kind of like a really racist discrimination thing kind of going on in particularly Novigrad in this game, where humans just really hate elves. They really hate dwarves and other kind of magical creatures, if you will. Well, they're called elder races because they existed before humans did, and they came in contact with humans when this great cataclysm occurred. It was called the conjunction of spheres that just kind of merged several worlds together. So the elven world merged with the dwarven world. Well, I think they were in the same world, but with the halfling world, with the human world, and that's kind of what created all of these races and monsters as well. Witchers being one of those, although witchers are a direct consequence of the Trial of the Grasses, which we'll get to later. Anyways, that's all the books in this chamber. I'm not going to move on because I've kind of already ended my episode. For those of you who wanted to listen to me read some of these books, pretty cool. But otherwise, we are just going to be done here. I think from here on out, because White Orchard is finally complete, it's going to be very much it's going to be, what was I going to say? My gameplay is going to be very free roamish. I'm going to be doing a lot of weird things. I'm probably not going to follow the main story for the most part. In fact, I have something really special planned once we get out of this Vizima place and into the next area, the next huge Witcher 3 area, which is just it's a massive, massive open world. I have something really special planned. So the next time we come back, we're going to finish up Vizima, we're going to go into Velen, and it's going to be really exciting, so don't miss it, guys. Don't miss it. Anyways, this time we are done. Thanks for watching. See you again.